Hey guys, this is Jazz, and we're aging with Pizzazz. Today we are talking about gaming. Gaming as a 49-year-old versus gaming when I was little. We are talking about what you do when you game, why do you game, and what does it bring. So I'm going to go back to like when I was really young. When I was young, trying to think of the games that I played with my mother. I think there was like the basic Go Fish. Cards was a big thing in my house. Cards was a big thing. Dominoes was a big thing. And Parcheesi was a big thing. I hated Parcheesi. It took forever. And we used to always play it. And my mother, my father, and my brother loved it. And I hated it. And that's it. So I still to this day do not like to play Parcheesi a lot. Chess also was played every now and then. I knew how to move the pieces, but it was too time consuming for me, and I didn't have that kind of time to think. I was always on the move, always rushing. So games as a childhood, let me see, like there was all the stuff I learned like from my mother in the summers, when we were away and we were with my mom's family. We played a lot of cards, all of us, around the table. There was a lot of us, and we used to play rummy and a lot of card games that I can't seem to remember right now. I used to play Capet with my grandmother. It's a French game that I love. My mother always played solitaire. I saw a lot of that growing up, and I learned different versions of solitaire along the way. But I'm trying to think for me, like aside from those games, Crazy Eights, Go Fish, Rummy, there were not a lot of games. There was a writing game we also played with my mother's family in France called Baccalauréat, which is a category game, and it was like rivers, countries, cities, celebrities, animals, and there was one other thing. I forgot it. Oh, plants. And you would roll the dice, and you would get a letter, or somebody would just go A, B, C, D until we said stop. And then you had a few minutes to come up with as many of those categories, starting with the letter that you chose or that was picked. Anyway, loved it and hated it. My mother was brilliant at it, so I never really wanted to play with her because her cities would be like all the way down and onto the next page. And I would struggle to find like one or two. But anyway, so that was the childhood games we played. And then when I became a mother, before that, I played, so the computers, you remember the computers with like a big, huge box? The Oregon Trail that just is bringing like huge smiles to my face because my friend and I were discussing this at work the other day, and we were like, oh my God, you have died from dysentery, or what was it called? I think that was the disease. I don't know. And your wagon wheel broke, and you got to find. Anyway, we were just rolling, talking about the things that, how big of a deal Oregon Trail was way back then. And then from there, I think it was like Atari, ColecoVision, Sega, Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation, Game Boy. And then came like all the phone games, the Farmville, the Candy Crush, all those things we played on our phones. And while all those things were developing and moving on, we continued to play them at home. The word games increased from and became like Scrabble, Boggle, Scattergories. Those are the three biggies that we still play today. Life, Monopoly, Sorry. When the kids were little, we always played Sorry with them. Chutes and Ladders. I'm trying to think of what other cute game. Hungry Hungry Hippo. That was pretty much it. And then when they got older, they wanted different games. I remember Mole Madness made it around here, and I hated that game. And my older daughter loved playing that game. Hated it. And then there's Mousetrap. That was annoying. You put like 35 minutes into playing it. Putting it together just so you can play it, and then half the time it falls apart while you're playing. Anyway, not a big fan. But anyway, the reason why I'm discussing this is because it is gross out. It is gloomy out. There's a load in the dryer. There's a load in the washing machine. The dishwasher's clean. The sink is full. And I am choosing to sit on my bed and play my Dreamlight Valley, which is on my Nintendo Switch, which can hook up to the big TV, and I can play that game. And I play that game often, not often enough, but I play it because it takes me away from all of the life things that are happening, and who's sick and who isn't sick, and who haven't I seen, and what needs to be done, and what bills need to be paid, and, all the stuff that we think about that drives us absolutely crazy. When I sit down and I play my Dreamlight Valley, I forget, and I have to go and complete all these quests that are supplied to me. So I do some gaming. My husband is a big gamer. My older daughter is a big gamer. My brother is a big gamer. And a lot of the guys, my husband has a lot of guy friends that are still gamers. But as for my age, who's a woman that really is gaming a lot? I'm trying to think. Some people think it's a waste of time. Some people, which is fine. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. I don't know what's more of a waste of time, playing a video game or scrolling on YouTube and TikTok and Facebook, because I do that as well. And, where does that get me at the end of the day? It doesn't do much. Either way, I'm relaxed, I'm calm, and I've scrolled. But gaming, it's a little bit of a getaway for me. It used to be Animal Crossing, now it's this. I don't know what's next. It's a big jump from the Oregon Trail, though, I'll tell you that. And now that the girls aren't home as much, my older one, as we know, has moved out. She came back to visit yesterday. I missed her so much. She came to visit, and let's see, while she was here, we grilled and we talked and we had a good time. And she beat my husband at cornhole, then she beat me at cornhole. Then we came inside and chit-chatted a little bit more, and then she proceeded to kick my ass at Boggle and at Yahtzee and at Scrabble. And that was the final straw, because Scrabble, I do pretty well at Scrabble usually, and she beat me. So, thanks for coming to visit. Love you, miss you, goodbye, because you came to my house and you beat us all at every single game. So games are a big deal. We like to play games. We got the Disney trivia game. We've got this new Hues game about colors. We just started that one a couple weeks ago, and that was kind of tricky. And a friend of mine introduced me to Piles, which is a card game, which is, what can I compare? Spoons. If you've ever played Spoons, or your kids ever played Spoons, or Spit, where you have to pick up the cards and you have to do stuff. So there's it's a race for speed and memory, and it's fun and it's crazy, and I thought I was good at it, but clearly I'm not, because everybody beats me at it. So Piles, that's a new one. There's just a whole bunch of games, and I just think that they're awesome. I think it's fun to play board games and card games. I think it takes a little bit away from the digital world, and I think it's a great way to connect with friends and family. We also play Taboo. When we have multiple people over, multiple couples or multiple family members over, we play Taboo. What else is there? Gestures is a good one if you want to get physical and get up. I think at one point we played Pictionary, but I don't know where those cards went. So anyway, do you have a game closet at your house? How often do you go into it? It's 2024. Everybody's on their phones. Everybody's scrolling. Everybody's on YouTube. Everybody's on Instagram and Facebook and Snapchat and all those other millions of things. Who's actually going into the game closet and playing an actual game with their children? Let me know. I would love to know what game is still alive. And also, I'd love to know if you participated in the Oregon Trail saga, because it's coming out. I believe it's coming out. I can't remember what platform, but I'm going to get it. And I'm also going to learn how to show you with a split screen somehow, if I can figure it out. And I can take you around my valley, and you can see my Disney Valley one day if you're interested. If not, you can just swipe right on by. But anyway, so gaming, how does it help you? Is it something you do with your family? Do you play solitaire to get away from life? Do you play Call of Duty to release your anger? Do you play Dreamlight Valley because you just want happiness? Although I do have a critique. They have the villains walk around. Scar is walking around complaining that he's not the king. And Mother Gothel is always telling us that mother knows best. And, they're walking around like they have the right to be there. Anyway, that's a different video. But anyway, so gaming, what does it mean to you? Do you like it? Is it fun? Do you not understand it? Do you not care for it? And what's your favorite game? I would love to hear. Anyway, have a great rest of the day. And I don't know, go play a game. Bye, guys.